Amber, it's a Type R. Why the hell do you want to sell it for? I was like, oh my god, like, what the hell are you doing now? This car probably has had a front end shunt. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, back on the Driven 24/7 Automotive YouTube channel. As you can see, I'm actually in the Type R. That is the Type R which I own, that I said to you guys I was going to sell, and I was trying to sell it. And this comes as a bit of a surprise and a shock to me, as this wasn't how this was meant to go. I'm just going to fill you guys in who don't know on a quick backstory. So I work in the motor trade part-time. I now do this YouTube stuff part-time, and I was lucky enough to come across this car as a Part X at my motor trade part-time job. Because I bought the car through my work, I bought this car at a very cheap price. Now, I kind of needed to get some money back in my pocket, to be honest, so I thought I'm going to sell it. And obviously I'm not going to sell the car for what I bought it for, because what I paid for this car is a joke, as in it's great. And obviously I'm not going to give someone else that good a deal, okay? As I announced in the video when I said I'm back, I said I was going to sell the Berlingo and sell the Type R. The Berlingo has gone, as you guys know, and I proceeded and put the Type R for sale. Now that was a bit tricky because there was no other Type R's for sale down where I live, so there wasn't any Type R's I could kind of get a guide price to and then put my car for sale for that kind of price. So I basically just stuck a price on the car, waited to see if any interest would come in. No interest did come in, so you know, it wasn't a problem for me to reduce the car because I had it at quite a high amount anyway. And then the more I kind of reduced the car, the more I had a bit of interest, of course. These heaters and the Hondas are pretty good. I started to get some interest, and two lads actually ended up coming round and having a look at the Type R. Now, one lad come along, he already had an old Civic, he come along on his own, and he was looking around the car. He noticed there were some panel gaps basically on the front end. Now look, this car probably has had a front end shunt. I've had some of you guys in the comments saying that before. To me, it's never bothered me if that has been the case. This car isn't a write-off or anything like that. But that has never bothered me because I bought this car cheap in the first place. It doesn't bother me. I own a cheap Type R. It's not going to be immaculate because I bought it cheap for a reason. So with that, this young guy said, oh, it's probably had a front end shunt. And I said, well, maybe. Because I can't confirm or deny that, to be honest with you guys. And with that, he said, oh, can we hear the car running? And I was like, yeah, cool. So I started the car up. You know, she'd been sat on the driveway for a couple of weeks, obviously not being driven, although she was still all road legal, taxed and insured. So the guy started the car up and she was, you know, revving on cold start, and then, you know, the idling went down because the car was getting warm. Then all of a sudden the car started doing this intermittent revving thing, going round, round, round. And I was like, oh my god, like, what the hell are you doing now? I'm trying to sell you. There's a guy here that could buy you. Like, why are you doing this to me, car? So with that, the guy said, oh, it's okay, my Honda does that as well. But the guy then walked away and said, I'll let you know, you obviously didn't want it, that's fine. But I kind of took that as a sign. I was like, you've never done that idling thing to me before, so why, when there's a potential buyer in front of you, are you doing that? I kind of said to this car and to myself, do you actually want to go, car? Because, you know, is that a sign you telling me you don't want to go? With that, another guy turned up a few days later, whatever. He's actually a guy that I sold the red Accord to. He come along, and again, he said, Amber, I'm an honest guy, I'll be honest with you, it looks like it's had a front end shunt. You know, although the car was really cheap at this point, to be fair, he still wasn't interested. And then I thought, you know what, I also in the meantime had people from up north offering me, like, lowballing me hard because they live far away. Now how is that my problem if you live far away and then you make it my problem by lowballing me and insulting offer? Nah. So with that, I had two blokes turn up that didn't want to buy it. She was giving me signs she didn't want to go, as in the car I'm driving now. So I thought, do you know what, Amber, maybe I'm just a bit ungrateful. You know, oh, I've got a Type R, I want to sell it. Amber, it's a Type R, why the hell do you want to sell it for? Like, you know. So with those kind of signs, me and my other half, Martin, because of the revving issue it did with one of these guys that come and have a look, we're like, right, the car just needs to be driven, let's go and take it out. Martin drove the car for the first time and he loved it. And me being a passenger, I kind of thought, I said to him, maybe I could just keep the car, like, should I just keep it? Like, what am I on about? Obviously, sorry about the sunlight, guys, it's actually quite a nice sunny day for once here, after it's been raining for a few days. Yeah, and like, I said to my other half, like, why didn't I just, you know, try and keep her? Because obviously I've tried to sell her, no one's interested, so that's obviously a big sign. so why don't I just try and keep her? And so with that, I took the car for sale, and the car is still mine. That wasn't the intention, but that is what has happened. As I said, I don't know what the car was worth in the first place, so I've just put it up at a number. I did reduce it to try and sell it. I had 2 people come over, and obviously I was hoping one of them would buy the car. The car was playing up for one of the people. People kept lowballing me, insulting offers. People were coming around slagging her off, like, oh, the panel gaps, the little thing of the ignition is a little funny way to get the key in, like, it's nothing dodgy. It's just little quirks that this car has that I know that obviously other people don't know because it's not their car. And I just thought, like, why don't I just keep it? You know, yeah, okay, my pot isn't big enough to modify this car how I'd love to do it, but that doesn't have to be done soon. I've still got front wings to put on this car because they're better than the ones that are on this car at the moment. And again, I was trying to sell the Type R with non-Type R wheels on, with 2 dented wings. People were saying, you know, it doesn't look like a Type R because it hasn't got the Type R wheels on, which I totally get that. Personally, this being my car, I like this kind of snowflake Accord wheels on this car. It's different, and I like to be different. And plus, I didn't really have a choice because the Type R wheels just were so bad. So that was also putting people off. The fact that if they wanted the wheels on this car, the correct wheels, they'd have to refurb them because the Type R wheels obviously need a refurb. And the fact that I was selling a car with 2 front wings that, to be honest, I couldn't be bothered to put on. So now I'm thinking, right, now the car is staying. She's not back in my ownership because she always was in my ownership, but I was trying to get rid of her. But yeah, I will proceed to keep the car, because the thing is, all the cars I've bought and sold, which I know, guys, is quite a lot, I don't really have like regrets. Whereas this one, I know I'll never be able to buy a cheap Type R like I have with this one, because of me being in the motor trade and seeing this car coming as a cheap Part X basically. If I wanted a Type R to buy another one down the line and I'd got rid of this one, I'd be looking at 4 or 5 grand if I wanted a decent one. But because this one owes me nothing near those figures, I'm like, I will never probably own another one of these, so why don't I just try and keep the one I've got, because it owes me nothing and it's a Type R at the end of the day. Like, it's a Type R. And now I'm driving it. It hasn't been driven for about a week. I've been doing some car-y bits in the background. I'll fill you in another video. It's great to be back out in her. She needs some fuel. We'll get some fuel in a minute. But it's just great. I'm on a day off. I'm doing my little YouTube part-timing thing. I'm in my little cheapo Type R, which no one knows it's cheap, but they might think it is just by looking at the outside of it. But that's fine, because in the inside of the car, you forget about the outside, obviously. And when you hit the old VTEC, you totally forget about the cosmetic issues, or, you know, this car has. And, you know, this car, it isn't that bad. But if people didn't want to buy her, and, you know, I just thought I'm not gonna have to keep her. I could try and sell her really cheap, but I didn't want to, and I kind of thought, I'm just gonna try and keep her now, basically. Enjoy her. If I want to do bits to her, but I can't afford to yet, that's fine. I'll just keep the car and do bits along the way if I want to. And there's no rush of these things. We're in second gear. The car's nice and warmed up. This is why I probably want to keep the car. I can't. It's been a while since it's hit the old VTEC, and I can't do the gears. I've totally ruined that clip, but oh well. But that is the great thing. This is a driver's car, okay? It doesn't look the best on the outside, but it's got that VTEC. It's a Type R at the end of the day. And this was my first ever time driving one of these cars, was when I test drove this car and I wanted to buy it. And after experiencing that VTEC for the first ever time, I was completely sold with this car. And yeah, it's just amazing to drive. It's just that screaming. This isn't a turbocharged car. It's also the NA naturally aspirated 2-litre Type R K20 in this car. But it's my little cheap Type R that no one else wants, and that's fine, because it's my little cheap Type R. She's staying. Driving this car, it's just totally a driver's car. I went to the Bath meet the other day. Obviously, I parked this down the road, and you know, just driving it around all day was just really nice. You know, I wasn't driving it fast, just driving it here, there, and everywhere, really. And it was just nice to be in this car all day, driving it around. I just felt like I'm so glad that the car is still mine, basically. Down a second. That VTEC. Skip a gear into 6th. Beautiful. people again in the YouTube comments are like, oh, I bet she corners well. I don't know, I haven't driven her properly, this car. Like, I haven't had it that long. I can drive it fast in straight lines, but I haven't really given it some down some country roads. And to be honest, I'm looking forward to that without killing myself. But this car, the VTEC, is just, oh, if you guys haven't experienced a Type R or a VTEC engine for that matter, no, it has to be a Type R, I say, it does matter, then you guys are missing out. And to me, this is just cheap fun that at the time no one else wanted. No one wanted to buy this car, and everything happens for a reason, I believe. And the reason she doesn't want to go, yeah, she's staying basically because everything happens for a reason. I took the signs, I took the hints, and now she's going nowhere. So that is basically it, guys. I know I haven't really filmed a video on my cars for a little while. Videos are coming back. It's just, as you know, this time of year here in the UK, the weather is not dependable basically, and it can be a pain to film these videos. Obviously I'm in the car driving, but it's great that it isn't raining. So yeah, just to fill you in, guys, I tried to sell the Type R. She didn't want to go, people didn't want to buy her. I took the sign, I took the hints, she's now staying. And so in that case, expect more videos from me and my cute little tatty Type R on the YouTube channel. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you guys are glad that I'm keeping her as well, because the videos don't do too badly on the channel, to be honest, and hopefully that can continue. So thanks for watching this one. I hope you're happy just like I am driving this car, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.